Yes, it's recording now. Hello, everyone. My name is Lisette-Anne. I'm joined today with a lovely Linda from Norway. I'm from the Netherlands, and I'm an angel therapy practitioner, medium, and coach. And Linda, why don't you introduce yourself?
Well, I'm Linda Shin and I live in Norway and I am an artist and creative intuitive guide. And
Wow.
there's a lot in that, but mainly my clients are female entrepreneurs and I help them find the clarity, confidence, and inspiration to run their business the way they want to.
Oh, wow,
Instead of
brilliant.
going by the cookie cutters.
All right, okay. Well, I mean, the reason I asked you for this blab because, it's a full moon tomorrow, and the
Yeah.
other week we had a lovely Skype call, and you're really intuitive into where nature is, things and concerned, and I was just really wondering, so that's why I reached out to you, like, what can you tell us about the moon cycles, about how we can incorporate in our daily lives, and how I can incorporate in businesses if we are in business, so.
Well, there's a lot you can do. All the moon phases have their meanings, and although the information you find online is often directed at regular life, sort of what you should focus on, I decided to take them and twist them to where it fits business.
Okay, that's
So
cool.
I did a poster on that. So
Yes,
for
I
example,
ordered it. I have not yet received it, but I have ordered.
Yeah.
I'm so curious to
Yeah.
see what's it about.
In March, the full moon that's coming up, it's in Libra, and for business, that would be clarity, focus, do your research, and
Okay.
get the basics and the groundwork down. But the full moon in general is listen to your intuition and finish projects, brainstorming, going out and meeting people, and also recharging
Okay.
and celebrating your successes.
Oh, okay. So it's a lot actually. So we all have to do that tomorrow, right? We're really busy tomorrow then.
Well, it's the Easter holiday here, and my husband and my daughter are at home. So,
Oh, okay.
so we have a couple of things planned, like painting eggs and bringing in some birch branches and things like that.
All right.
So it's more like a family thing this time than just
Yes.
for me.
Oh, lovely. And do you do anything like special with crystals? For example, with a full moon, I always place my crystals outside to get them recharged and cleansed with the moon energy.
I don't use crystals that much.
Oh,
So
okay.
they're mainly in a box.
Oh, okay.
But when I do have the time and energy, I do try to at least greet the moon and make a wish. And I'm also my daughter is also makes wishes at the full moon.
All right. And do you need to do that at the exact time that it's full moon? Because tomorrow the full moon is at in Holland it's 2 minutes past 1 in the afternoon. So can you do it like during the day or the night it's a full moon, or do you have to be precise on that exact time to?
When you see it.
Right. Okay. Well, in some parts of the world that's going to be a challenge because it's also an eclipse tomorrow. So in some parts of the world you can't see the moon, or it's partially covered. In East Asia and in the Pacific and in parts of North America and Alaska, I think it's eclipse. So.
Yeah, full eclipse.
Yeah.
So that's might not work tomorrow.
So you could
you can always try.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, but so you wish something, or you put like I don't know, something, you invoke something, or do you like wish upon a star, like so to speak, with a wish upon a moon?
You can do it in whatever way feels good to you.
Okay.
But to me, it's a lot of setting an intention.
Okay.
For the rest of the cycle.
All right. Okay. But it's like an intention you set out. It's not like you write something down on a piece of paper and you know, I don't know, you burn it or something. It's not like a ritual for you. You just have the intention of
I like to keep things simple.
Okay, yeah. You
So
told me.
it's
Yeah.
I don't do these big elaborate rituals. I have my energy levels pretty low on a constant basis because of chronic pain. So I've simplified most of my practice.
Okay.
So sometimes I might do a full moon ritual, but most of the time it's just this looking up at it and appreciating it, and then
Okay. Lovely.
making a wish or an intention.
Okay, that's cool. So, and what else do you do with the moon cycles? I mean, I wrote about it this week in my blog that every part of the moon cycle, now with the waning moon and the waxing moon and the full moon and new moon, has got different things. Do you work with that too?
Yeah, I've this year I'm trying to incorporate it in my business, actually planning by the moon phases.
Okay.
So I might promote something different during a full moon than I would during the dark moon.
Okay.
And the dark moon, I usually just rest and keep stillness.
All right. More.
Take some time off, just keep it quiet.
Okay.
So it's mostly just private posts at that time.
Yeah, well, yes, because with the waxing moon, so the 2 weeks from new moon to full moon, it's like very creative. I've been very creative the last couple of weeks. Lots of ideas and lots of creativity. So
it's for anything you want to grow.
Yeah, so I'm really looking forward to tomorrow to see what tomorrow is going to bring, and then the 2 weeks after, because that's more a meditative state of mind, basically, the next 2 weeks, and it's more, the energy is more drawn inwards.
Yes, and it's also if you have anything you want to work on to reduce.
All right.
You can do it during the waning phase.
But
when the moon gets smaller.
Yeah,
into the language.
Yeah, so what do you like? It's for example, I know if you want to fast, for example, or you want to lose weight, it's very good in the 2 weeks after the full moon. And what would you, for example, do in business then? Because is it like you don't want business to slow down those 2 weeks? So what would you use the energy for in a business way?
You can do it for stress reduction, reducing frustration, cutting down on your tasks.
All right.
Things like that.
Okay.
But you can even turn something on its head to make it something you grow. So if you reduce your tasks, you grow the time you have for other things.
All right. Okay. Yes.
So if you have something you want to work on that you really want to grow, you just turn the intention on its head.
Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, I've never thought about it. That's actually a good idea, because if you spend less time on doing things, you can have more time for being, basically.
Yeah.
And that also grows, because sometimes we're just so focused on doing things that we just, in Holland we would say je rent jezelf voorbij, which just makes sense for international people who are watching, but for Jenny it might be making sense who's watching, because I know she's Dutch. So that would mean if you're more into being, then you get your time and your energy, restore it, and you can use that time and energy for things again too. I see the cat behind you. It's funny because
he jumped up.
It's just behind you. It looks like you've got a tail growing out of your head.
He jumped up into the window.
Yeah.
No, but it's I try to promote having more time for other things, because a lot of entrepreneurs spend so much time in doing that they lose the fun in their business. It's not fun anymore. It feels like a 9-to-5 job.
Yes.
And that's really not why we start a business.
No, you
don't start a business to sit in your office and just work.
No, that's true. No, I can totally relate to that. Yes. It's something very common, especially nowadays with social media. It's so tempting to be on Facebook. Well, like we're doing a Blab now, and then there is Periscope, and then there is Twitter, and then
Yes, and people think they have to do all
yes,
all the time.
yes, that's true.
You don't have to.
No. So is there?
And also these other tasks you get. There's a lot of information. You should have a blog. You should do a podcast. You should do videos, and just pick the ones that are right for you and drop the rest.
Yes, that's true. So do you?
And then you have more time for spirituality.
Yeah, that's true. Do you have any particular meditation you could tell us about? Like you said, I mean, I know you always, you're not really much into rituals. You keep things simple. But is there like a meditation or something you could say with the full moon or in the weeks after? Is there anything you do, for example, in particular?
Something you could do is to, if you're lucky enough to see it, or at another full moon when you are able to see it, you can just go outside and soak up the energy.
All right. Okay.
So use it to refill.
Okay. Just like the crystals would do, basically. You mean we can also recharge and refill on the moon of the energy of the moon. And so, do we need does it need the moon? Does it need to touch the bare skin, so like the face and the hands, or it can go through the clothes?
It's more like the being open to it.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't matter how much clothes you have on.
Oh, okay. So it's basically the energy, the vibe you're getting. All right. Okay.
It's sort of the same way as heat. You can feel heat through your clothing too.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So you don't have to go outside naked in the winter.
No, it's true. No, but something
would be very practical.
For example, with vitamin D, people sometimes in the northern hemisphere don't get enough vitamin D because we don't have much sun in the winter.
But it only takes 15 minutes to fill up on vitamin D. So I think we have enough sun. It's just that we don't go out into the sun when it's shiny.
Yeah. Well, and then, people wear glasses, or they've got contact lenses, or they have SPF factor, protection on their skin. So
yes, but we're also able to get the vitamin D via food these days. It was more important in the old days when they didn't have those kinds of foods up here.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. And do you do anything particular with, for example, with herbs, or I don't know, maybe you call it just like Reiki, Jenny says. Yes, it's just like Reiki energy. Yes, and the
energy is energy, whatever you call it.
Yes. Well,
same as they say in physics. Energy can never disappear. It just takes another shape. Yeah,
that's a good one. Well, it's basically with
pure physics.
Yeah, like ice, it melts and it evaporates, and then it becomes a cloud, it rains again and becomes a river, it freezes up, and
it doesn't go away.
No, it recycles all the time. Yeah, that's a good thing. That's actually a good thing. I never thought of, I know, but I never thought about it, that you can like restore and recycle your energy that way.
Yeah, your energy may go out from you, but you can take in from other sources, whether you do one of those bring in white light meditations, or if you just sit out in the sun or the moon and soak it up. You can also sit up, especially now in spring in the northern hemisphere, sit up against a tree as the sap is rising.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Just take the time to sit there for 20-30 minutes and it'll be very restorative.
Okay, that's very good. Yeah. Yeah, of course, in the springtime the saps get rising again in plants and in trees. That's why you've got certain times of the year where you can cut trees and you can't. So okay, yeah, that's a good idea. Very many trees here, just like lots of forest here, so you can lean against it. Oh, that's a lovely idea. And does it make a difference which kind of tree? I mean, you just mentioned a birch or a oak or a chestnut, or they all have different energies, I guess, right?
Yes, they all have different energies, but I would suggest a big tree with more energy, instead of a little sapling.
Yes.
You're in danger of bending it if you sit against it.
Yeah, so something that really you can really lean into, and it covers your back basically. Okay, that's a good idea.
I don't do much with herbs for the moon phases, but I use them for spices, medicine, and magic otherwise.
Okay. Okay. And what about you say you do the herbs? Do you just go outside and get the herbs when you want them, or do you also cut the herbs in a special time of the moon cycle?
Well, you can go by moon cycle for harvest if you want to. Same as you can even go down to planetary hours if you want to make it extra complicated. But I harvest them when they're at their best. Since I live in the mountains of Norway, I don't have that long a season.
No.
So I can't just go out and get them when I want them.
No.
So I have to harvest them. And this year I'm doing a proper harvest because a lot of the ones in my cupboard are getting a bit old.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm going to bring my daughter along and we're going to go out and pick a lot of herbs this year.
Okay, lovely. Well, I always ask, I've got an allotment garden, right? And I always ask my plants permission before I take a branch or take a leaf. I really look, for example, at the rosemary bush, and then I ask which branch can I take? Hi, happy. Hello. I'm good. Thank you. How are you?
Yeah, so, I don't think I verbally ask for permission. I just make sure I harvest responsibly.
Yes.
So I don't ever take more than 25% of the colony that's at that place.
No.
So I'd rather walk a little bit further and harvest from several colonies than take the whole thing.
Yes. So you're not really talking about your garden. You go out in nature and find herbs.
Yes, I go out in nature for most of my herbs. Some of them I do have in my garden.
All right.
Because they aren't available.
Wow. What kind of herbs can you find in the wild then?
Well, I use a lot of local things like red clover, coltsfoot, raspberry, pine.
Oh, that's interesting.
That's also part of why I wrote the weeds book. It's because a lot of people just see those local plants as weeds, not as something useful.
Well, I was brought up by, and my mom always said, weeds don't exist. Weeds are nothing else but unwanted herbs. That's what I was brought up to, like
they're herbs that are placed where you don't want them to be.
Yes, like for example, like dandelion, for example. That's like you can use everything from a dandelion. You can use.
Yes, you can use it for many things.
Oh, many things. I love it. And people dig it up and just discard it as weed, and it isn't really. Yeah. You can really use everything. It's very good also in springtime for cleansing and detoxifying the liver, for example.
Yes, it drives water out of your body. But you can also make wine with it. You can do a lot of things.
Okay.
So yeah, Dandelion Wine is a pretty old recipe up here.
Okay.
I did something stupid once though. I gathered dandelion flowers to make wine, and I didn't look where I had gathered them, and the farmer had fertilized the field the day before. Oh. So when I put them in water to soak them, it reeked of a cow dung.
Oh yeah.
So that batch didn't become wine.
Yeah. You're getting asked what the topic is today. Well, the topic we started out talking about moon cycles, incorporating in daily life and into your business, and we sort of somehow
We drift.
We drifted away to dandelions and picking herbs in the wild. So that's happens sometimes in the
That's just
Blab.
the way it is.
Yeah, it started out by me asking, do you pick herbs in a special moon cycle? And then we got talking about dandelions and herbs and picking herbs and in the wild and talking about weeds. So sorry. So
yeah, well, let's see if we can jump back to the moon after the full moon when it starts to get smaller.
Yes.
You can do things for letting go, decreasing, and removing things from your life.
Right.
Decluttering, making what you do more efficient, simplifying. But you can also use it for communicating with, for lack of a better word, the divine.
Right.
Whatever you believe in, whether it's angels, guides,
or
God.
Yes. Okay.
So another thing for the business, what you can do in the waning is to check your statistics.
Right. Okay.
Review processes and see what you need to change.
Yes. Well, maybe also check your website if you've got products or service on there which no longer serve you, or change it.
Yeah.
That's at least what I'm going to do. I'm starting in April. I'm starting all over and new again and fresh. So the next 2 weeks will be a balance of feeling what feels right, and also releasing certain services and classes or workshops I teach. I'm not going to teach them much longer, and then I'm going to change everything. So
yeah, and decluttering your website, getting rid of plugins and stuff in the sidebar that doesn't have to be there or no longer has a function for you.
Yes.
So there's a lot to be done for reducing that too, but also decluttering your home.
Okay.
And cleaning out, especially now, spring cleaning.
Yes,
I hate cleaning, but sometimes it has to be done.
Yes. But you can. It's also maybe a good time to cleanse your thoughts and cleanse your convictions. It's like the first month of spring basically. So, and then after the full moon, you can really, maybe take a look at your beliefs. Do I really believe it? And does it serve me? Doesn't it serve me? Can I really?
Yeah, and getting rid of
maybe preconceptions.
What do you call it? Preconceptions, and like especially with what happened in Brussels today, get rid of preconceived notions of people just because of some moronic extremists do. The rest of the people aren't that way.
Yes.
But it will be a lot of racism popping up in the next few days.
Well, it's also, you can use the time to release fear and anxiety.
Fear and anxiety, yeah.
Because, nothing good comes from fear and anxiety. When you have to make a choice in life, you can better make a choice based on love than make a choice based on fear.
Fear and anxiety and closed-mindedness, they're not very productive.
No, they are not.
So they don't bring you forward in any way.
No, they don't.
So it's try to flip the coin and see the other side.
Yes. Yes. So, Jenny, do you have any questions? Because we're already almost half an hour blabbing. Do you have any questions you would like to ask me or Linda, or have answered or something? Then just type in the question and we'll see it, and then we can answer your question.
Yes, and if you type /Q before your question, people can see it on the replay too.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, this is only my 4th blab, so I'm relatively new at it. So, okay.
I haven't done that many. I think I've done maybe 8 or 12.
Oh, well, so you're a true blab professional then already. So.
No, definitely not. Definitely not regular either.
Right.
I used to do one every Friday and every Wednesday, but that got too much. So I had to cut down on it.
Yeah. So do you blabs yourself, or do you host them, or are you guest?
Well, I've done them myself. I've done ones on when I've worked on artwork, and I've also done some where I've pulled cards for female entrepreneurs.
All right. Okay. So Jenny is asking, how do I get from my head into my heart? Would you like to take the question, Linda?
Feel into it. Is this something that feels true to me? Is it something that is based on what people have told me, or what some prejudice or anything like that? Is it based in how I actually feel?
Mm-hmm.
Or is it just something I think I'm supposed to do?
And also, do I keep thinking it because I'm thinking it? Is my thought thinking me? And does it need to be there, or can I indeed take the energy down? Like for me, a good way to do it is literally place my hands on my heart, because that already draws down the energy, and maybe place one hand on your heart and one hand on your tummy, and that also draws the energy down already, and place your feet firmly on the ground, so you're grounded, instead of be up on your chair with your legs up in the air. So that's also a way to ground yourself more. And what I also feel is maybe change diet. I know that when I'm eating sugary things, my energy is being drawn up, and once I eat more root vegetables like aardbeeren or
more earthy things.
yeah, carrots and stuff like that, then also that takes my energy down when I get more root food into my system. So that might be a few ways.
But also take a breath first.
Yes, absolutely.
Before making the decision.
Yes. Well, yeah, that's true, because people who are very much in their head, they've got their energy way up here, and it's the thing, like when you take a breath and you breathe
lower
out,
your shoulders,
yes,
and
your shoulder come down, and then
it.
your energy goes down. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Because if you're spinning up in here and you all about what you should be doing and what others may think you should be doing, women are very good at that. Thinking what others maybe think you should be doing.
Yeah.
And when you're up in that, it doesn't feel very good. So if you just simmer down a bit, feel into it, and
right.
Is this really something I
yes
resonate with? Is it something I believe
yes
in myself, or is it something that comes from someone else?
Yes. Well, many things are, many thoughts are based on assumptions. I think they are thinking that, and what must they be thinking about when I do this? People are.
If you want to go out in a tutu, do it.
Yeah, that's true. That would be cute.
Nobody is going to care.
Yes, no, that's true. They might look at you, but basically they don't dare themselves to do it. So just be yourself, and and just basically stop thinking what others might think, because everyone basically is busy with their own life and their own thing which is going on, and they're not really, in the end, they're not really taking notice of it, of you anyway. And if they do,
who cares?
Who cares, basically? Yes.
Yeah, but that's also connected to the moon in a way, because it's a very feminine way to do it. It's more core feminine to be yourself and think about what suits you and what resonates with you. And the moon and the feminine is very interconnected in many ways.
Yes.
Not only because our cycles often follow the moon cycles.
Yes, it's true. Yeah. Okay. So, would you like to type in your websites, or your many websites?
I have many. I have 6.
Right.
But I have 3 for the business. Okay. But the main one, which leads to all the others, I can type that one in.
All right. Okay.
There.
Okay, thank you very much. So, I mean, mine is Lisette-Anne.com. No, I'm forgetting my E there.
You're forgetting the hyphen.
Yeah, no, there's no hyphen in there. No, I've got it like this. So no, I put, because I'm speaking the English now. So I said I had Lisette-Anne without the E, but it's in Dutch. It's Lisette-Anne. So that's why. Okay, well, I think we're about we spoke about for half an hour, which is great. So thank you very much.
Yeah, I think
Linda.
people might enjoy the replay, and I hope
so.
If they're watching, thanks for watching.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Jenny, for watching. You stayed with us the entire time. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
And people watching the replay, I hope you really enjoyed the replay. And if you want to reach out to Linda, it's Linda. If I pronounce it in Dutch, I would pronounce it lindaoersin.net. And my name is Lisette-Anne. So if you want to reach out to either of us, you will find us on Facebook, maybe.
Yes.
Or
I'm all over social media.
All over social media, you will find us. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
So feel free to connect, and thanks for watching.
Thank you very much for watching.
We might do something like this again.
Absolutely.
Maybe with